Okay, great to be back here. A month ago, I walked out of here, had a great night, and I tripped and fell on the last step, and people gathered around me and helped me up with my left arm, which I was having the worst trouble in the world with my left arm, and they pulled me to there. So I haven't been able to play for about a month. I picked up my guitar today and wanted to come down here. So I got a song I wrote when I lived down in Hornbrook, probably 10 years ago, I guess it was, when my mom died. And I knew she was headed toward the Netherlands, and I was laying on my bed, and I thought I ought to call home and see what happened. And I called home, and sure enough, she just died. 5 minutes before I called, I talked to my sister and had a brief conversation, and hung up the phone, and I laid there on the bed, and I was thinking about Mom. And all of a sudden, this song just streamed through my head, all complete. I don't think I've changed hardly anything to it. So I went out and got on my computer and wrote it all down. And I said, okay, now what's the tune I'm singing? And back in the back bedroom where my son was learning how to play the piano was Cannon's Pachelbel in D. And I'd heard that over, and I said, that's it. That's what this song is. So then I called my sister back up, and I told her about it. I wrote this song about Mom. And it's to the tune of Pachelbel and Canon in D. And she said, oh, that's Mom's favorite song. So there's a lot that we don't know that goes on in the world, and focusing on what's right in front of us sometimes prevents us from seeing the other part of the world. It's called Mother of Mine. A song about a mother of mine. Raised me up and I did just fine. She was mother and father both for months at a time. She poured so many wonderful words into my mind. Done for being with you in this life. When you're with me in every song I write, Mama, I've thanked you so many times. Thanks for the words that so easily come to my mind. Words that describe things perfectly right. Words I've read over and over to my son Nathan as a baby, and as a young boy in bed each night. Someplace I haven't yet found. I haven't traveled the road you're traveling on, as my time hasn't rolled around. All with you, and you're with all of us too. When it's time to travel that road, we'll all be says what's on my mind. Love your mamas, all of us do. The word is simple, it's small. I think it'll do. I think it'll do just to say once more, Mom, I love you. One small word, love, that's you. It says so much. What I use for you. Yeah, one small word, love, it's you. It says so much. It's what I use for you. There's so much out there in the world that we don't have access to because we're focused on these other things. And the worst things in the world for that is cell phones. And you look at now, I was a building contractor, and if I had been in business when the smartphones came out, I'd have to use them, but I don't have one, don't want one. Working on other things. Speaking of working on other things, Bonnie and I bought a fountain for our inside of our house. It's like a 6-7 stage fountain. And we've had so much fun for it because it has color, it has movement, it has all the trinkets we put on all the levels of the thing and surrounded it from. And it's, we don't get tired of it. And it's a really fun thing. We got the northern lights in one corner of the ceiling of the living room. We got plant shadows on the wall. We got this crescent moon that I've about this big that's hanging from the ceiling, and we spin it around, and she does all these gymnastic shadows on the walls. And when she comes up the wall and hits the ceiling, then she turns red. So her feet come up there and they turn red, and she sinks back down and does these other things. Pretty cheap enjoyment for an old hippie. So this is a song I wrote when I lived in Boston area, Somerville, and it's called Questions of Phases. One of the times in my life where I was wondering what the hell's going on. Questions of Phases. How is it every life that I've known travels the path from birth till we go to pass on to new spaces, new parts unknown, returning to Earth or the new cosmic zone? How is it there's so much love for a baby, so much marvel at a child's innocent explorations, and so much conflict in our middle days, so little respect for the lives of the ages? Must be the circle of life, 'cause I know it to be born, to grow, get old, and go. Go home. What is it that brings on all these changes from diapers to toddling to mischievous pleasures, from puberty's pressure to reproductive behavior, and all of the questions of our middle ages. How do we cope with the steps as we take? As we grow old, must we forsake the phases of our younger days, more energetic phases? But can we understand what our final place is? Must be the circle of life that I know to be born, to grow, get old, and go. Oh, 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 go home. Will our lives be judged after we're gone by the things that we collected to have and to hold? Will the future discover the treasures of our tombs to be the story of what we chose to leave for you? And how can we cuddle with a baby that drools and send old folks who do this to their certain doom? We are standing here at the pinnacles of our lives, currying favor to some while ignoring other plight. Must be the circle of life as I know it to be born, to grow, get old, and go. Oh, 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 go. I found is accept all the phases, pass from one to the other. See, each new day goes and I leave behind, but I can't take when I'm gone. Lay down my body at the end of the song. Must be the circle of life as I know it to be born, to grow, get old, and go. Oh, 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 go. Thanks a lot. Great to make it back here after sitting on my rear end for a month and not playing at all. We did here?